A Texas church bans weaves as school arms employees. 2 Chainz goes to jail, and we talk comedy taboos with comedian Myra J. tonight on Ladies' Night.
Okay, we are so glad to have you in the building. We have so much to talk about.
Yes, we do, including this. A pastor in Texas wants all of the women in his church not to wear weave.
Yeah, well, clearly I can't go to that church. I mean,
so what do y'all think about that? He says it's because he feels like weave is kind of showing that women have low self-esteem.
I think that's bull. Do you know how much I paid for this? I'm just kidding.
You have to tell us. You have to tell us how much is a bundle.
It's a whole lot. And installation. I mean, come on. But seriously, I think it's crazy. And I think that, okay, I get the point that he's trying to make about self-esteem, but don't mess with my hair. Like, I'm serious about that.
Well, and on a serious note as well, I think that a lot of women, I've actually heard some women say, I just don't feel pretty without my weave. So I get it from that standpoint. But I don't feel like you have to tell someone that they can't.
But it's like a hair hat. I mean, that's all it is. It's like almost like an accessory. So I feel pretty when I'm in cute shoes.
Exactly.
Does that mean there's no cute shoes in church? I feel pretty if I have like lipstick on, or if I have, you know, or something that's not real, something that's not part of how I am naturally. Am I supposed to just roll up in like some fig leaves to church?
Absolutely.
No, I think the problem comes in when there's a need for it. Like you feel like you need it.
I do need mine.
In order to feel that you're
right, I'm just saying.
But no one need. No, you don't.
It doesn't define me, but I like my hair long.
You don't need it. You're beautiful without it.
I need my hair.
But I think the pastor was just saying his point was when you feel the need for it to define your beautiful self-image for yourself, then it becomes a problem. Right. But you know, I say if you're not paying for it, you're not maintaining it, you don't have to run your fingers through it, then boo, bye.
Say it. I mean, seriously.
All right, so on to something a little bit more serious. In light of the recent school shooting, we had an indicator a few weeks ago. We've had some other school shootings early in the year. There's been discussion about protecting our kids in the schools. So I just saw something about bulletproof backpacks and bulletproof whiteboards. So if there's a problem, they can put the whiteboard. Like at what point are we going too far in trying to keep our kids safe?
I do think that somebody in the school needs to have a gun. Somebody needs to have a gun, whether there's an armed officer at the front of the school. I just do. I feel like it's just becoming, and with the copycat people. And now it's like it's starting to kind of roll out and other people are doing it. I want my child to be protected. And after everything happened in Connecticut, we asked our schools, and then they sent home letters about what they were going to be doing and differently about signing in and different things like that. You never thought it was going to come down to a day where we had to send our children to school or have someone there with an armed weapon. But I feel like it's necessary.
Yeah, but let's not give the teachers one more thing to have to think about on top of everything. Like, let's spend the federal dollars to beef up the security in the schools, like actually hiring police, like real armed security people to be in there. But let's not give the teachers something else to think about. Their job is already hard enough.
Yeah, I definitely agree. The teachers shouldn't have them. I don't think the teachers should have the guns on them, but you know, I agree. I think someone needs to have a gun on them. I mean, obviously, with all of the school shootings that have happened, we wouldn't even be talking about this if it wasn't a problem. And I don't think it's guns that kill people. It's people who kill people. So.
I don't know. I don't know if I want my kid going to school where there's guns. I think that people get killed when there's guns around, and even if you have someone who's a trained guard, I mean, I don't want to have everybody thinking that they need to start, you know, packing in order to get in the building. So I don't know. I'm still kind of on the fence about it.
Okay.
Well, somebody who's not on the fence about guns and marijuana is 2 Chainz because he's been arrested. Did you hear about the whole bus thing that happened? So let me just break it down. So they're traveling to Oklahoma City, and there's a busted tail light. Okay, and so then the police come and they're like, hey, you have a busted tail light. Really? Who stops a bus for a busted tail light? So they get on the bus and like, hey, I think we smell marijuana. Can we search the bus? The bus driver says, no, you need to have a warrant. Yeah. The officer gets off the bus and the bus driver locks the bus. So there was some sort of a standoff. and they ended up getting arrested.
No, but what I thought was funny is they're like, oh, we need a warrant. Okay, so they towed the bus to the police office and waited until they got a warrant, and then we're like, you want a warrant? There's your warrant. There you go.
Wow.
So like, but I feel like I don't know, man. They should have.
He shouldn't have. I keep telling these people, there are hip hop police. Right. There are hip hop police, and they're going to be looking for anything that they can to get you arrested. And if you have weed or marijuana on the bus, any type of drug paraphernalia, you're going to get arrested. If there was just water on the bus, we wouldn't be talking about this.
But they weren't arrested for marijuana or drugs. They ended up being arrested for disrupting the police process. They weren't even arrested for drugs, and it was a situation where, exactly, that's what I'm saying, I was side-eyeing it, so they were kind of looking for something.
Yeah, I think it was a no-win situation. No matter what was going on the bus, if they targeted that bus, something was gonna go down. So I don't really think there was too much they could do about it. But I agree. Rappers and hip-hop artists need to just kill the weed on the bus altogether.
Or have a good exit plan.
Or have a good exit
I'm
strategy.
a firm believer in weed should be legal. I know that's a whole nother conversation, but like at least have a good exit. I know it's a whole nother. I'm not a smoker, but I get it. But anyway.
So, all right. So recently there's been a whole lot of talk about this so-called Kendrick Lamar hip-hop beef. People on social media went crazy because one MC strongly called out a few other MCs on a different MC's track. And ooh, suddenly we have beef. No, that is not beef. Okay, look, Kool Moe Dee versus LL versus Cannabis, NWA versus Cube, Jay-Z versus Nas, Tupac versus, well, everybody. I mean, those were the real hip-hop beefs. Not this warmed over fake beef. Let's call it tofu. Do today's hip-hop fans really want tofu? I mean, I know we're on this new century health kick, but there are way more options besides pretend beef called tofu, which is nasty if you ask me. Anyway, my point is this. One dope MC challenging another subpar or dope MC to be dope is not beef. It's the essence of what hip-hop used to be, and that's competition.
Yes.
And by competition, I don't mean comparing whether you have 2 chains, 3 chains, or 4 chains. Great, we can all now count. How many reckless nights you've spent in the strip club blowing money that could have fed an entire village in South Africa, or how many Rolexes, houses, Bentleys you're renting that your record label will count against your album budget. No, I'm talking about competition on wax, where your skills tell us who's better. And hey, I get it. In this age of purchased Instagram followers and countless follow me Twitter please, it's easy to fan the culture flames in the hopes that something ratchet and unfortunate happens. But what should happen is those of us who love the art form should recognize what's really being said before blowing up the blog sites that prey on half-truth, headlines, and sensationalized gossip garbage.
Yes.
Seriously, when there's real beef, you'll know. And until then, please, miss me with the tofu. I ain't mad, I'm just saying. Coming up next on Ladies Night, we've got Myra J. Yeah, I'm not gonna...
Welcome back to Ladies Night. Now we've got a real treat for you. You all know this comedian for her work on the Time Joyner Morning Show. Plus, she's also a TV writer, a veteran TV writer who has worked on some of your favorite shows like Martin, House of Pain, Meet the Browns, and The Ricky Smiley Show. Help us welcome one of the funniest ladies in the comedy game, Myra J.
Hey, hey, hey! How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Okay. Y'all got to do me a favor because I was rushing to get out here, and so I only put in 1 contact. So, to me, the room just half full. So I need for this half over here, y'all need to keep laughing so that I know you're in here. I can't see diddly squat on this side of the room. I'm just being honest with you, okay? And it's just a thing, like, you know, when you turn over 40, your vision just changed. You don't know when it happened. All of a sudden, the font go from 12 to 22. You don't know when that happened, but it just happens. And so you would think, by me knowing this, that I would wear my glasses. But I don't like to wear glasses because, you know, ladies, we like to be cute. We like to be cute all the time. We'll sacrifice anything just to make it look cute. So I walk around squinting all the time, which makes no darn sense whatsoever. Like, this is sexy. But I do it all the time. I squint all the darn time. So one time, you know, I'm out in the street, and I'm squinting, of course. And when I open my eyes, it's an old man right up, I mean, all up in my grill. He all up in here in this space. And I'm like, dude, what are you doing? He said, I seen you winking at me. I was like, I was not winking. Come to find out his old ass didn't have his glasses on. He couldn't see either. We need to let that go. But let me tell you something. I'm still not wearing my glasses when I'm supposed to because I got a cure for it. Date younger men. There you go. There you go. I will be in a restaurant, baby. Let me tell you, because men love to have that ego stroke too. And some of y'all to get that. But anyway, it's nothing like being in a restaurant with a younger guy and you just passing that menu and said, read me them appetizers with that strong, sexy 20/20 vision. They absolutely love that. I'm like, go ahead, say it again, baby. Buffalo wings. Buffalo wings. But even though, you know, I love the men, I love being a woman too. We are some bad, bad creatures. We can reproduce, we can raise a household, we are strong, we are some of the baddest things on this earth until we see a bug. I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm up here telling these, you know, doing this little set right now, but if a spider come across here, I'm gonna be standing up on that couch with Sean, gonna have to come down here and tell these jokes. I don't play that, I am such a bug punk. And when I moved here to Atlanta, Georgia, y'all know where I'm going with this. They got some bugs on steroids. I don't know what the deal is. I had just moved here. I'm in an empty place with no shoes on. And they tell me it was a roach. I don't know what it was. It flew in from Hartsfield and came into my living room. I thought it was the state bird. I didn't know what the heck that was. And I ain't got no shoes on. I couldn't kill it. So you know what? We would do anything to get rid of a bug, won't we? So all I had was a can of spray starch. So I had the can of spray starch, and we have to scream at the same time, right? Because for some reason, it helped kill the bug, don't it, lady? It will help kill that bug. So I'm like, ah! It was so much foam. This little patch of little white foam is going all across the floor. The bug is on this back to my lady. If you just point me toward the Chattahoochee, I will swim my way out of here. I can't take it. I am scared to death of bugs. I just, anything. I don't like that. Yeah. Another thing I don't like, I hate to be cold. I don't like to be cold, and we all got that one friend who just hot all the damn time for no reason. Oh, you go over to their house. I got a friend, I don't care when you go over to the house, just be freezing. Her right there, It is, it's always a house just be freezing. I had a friend, big, gorgeous, beautiful mansion. Freezing. All you gotta do is put a sweater on. And look, it's July. I don't want to put no sweater on. I go over there. The house was so cold, the cat was wearing oven mitts. Cat was said the last time I licked my paws, it turned to ice. I slid across the floor. It's just like, why your house so cold? The cat came up to me and said, you know the dog ran away. I said, I'd rather take my chances on the street with the homeless man. It's like, oh my gosh. So we just do crazy stuff. We do crazy stuff, ladies, because some of y'all cold right now. But you look good. That's the thing. That's what I'm talking about. We do crazy stuff. I'll tell you something else we do that is absolutely insane to me. We get our eyebrows done. Now, I don't know what other group would pay somebody some money to take some, you just tell them, you know what I want you to do? Take some hot wax, pour it on my face, rub it in as hard as you can, and then snatch it off. And then I'm going to give you some money for it. Now they got this thing called threading. Oh, have you done some fool told me, go ahead and get it threaded. I went and got my stuff threaded. Now, for anybody who hasn't had it threaded, let me tell you what it's like. Getting it threaded is kind of like, you know the cheese grater where they make the macaroni and cheese? I'm not talking about that side of the cheese grater. You know that other little side, like you're making the essence of nutmeg, the little bitty tiny little part right there? Just take that and rub it across your eyebrows real, real hard and feel like a bunch of little piranha. Just chewing all on your face. Just a chewing. Yuck. Then, one of the most insane things we do, I got a good friend of mine, and I see her one day, she walking. I'm like, what's up with you? You had a good night or what? What's the deal? She just walking. She said, girl, you know the guy that I've been dating? Well, I think tonight's the night. So I went out and I got a Brazilian. Oh. And I said, I know this dude. He ain't been past Macon. You could have plucked a couple of hairs, put some coconut oil down there, and told him it was Brazilian. He don't know. Thank you guys so much. I'm Myra J. Thank you. Thank you very, very much. You've been very kind. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Myra. That was fabulous. Myra J sits down with us after the break.
We're back with comedian and radio personality Myra J. Welcome, Myra.
Thank you.
And girl, you are looking so good. How do you keep it so tight and right?
Girl, you know what? Some people wear spandex. I wear span extra.
So a lot of people know you from your work on the Tom Joy Morning Show. So what can you tell us about Tom and the crew that they may not want you to talk about?
Uh-oh.
Give us some dirt.
Give us some dirt.
Okay. Y'all can't tell nobody. But J. Anthony Brown, when he gets scared, he'll hit a note like Mariah Carey. I mean, he hits a high note, baby. We were in South Africa and came face to face with an elephant. What? That was Jay.
Wow. Fascinating. Yes. Yes.
So now a recent sketch comedy, I don't know if you know about this, I'm sure you have, because you got your ear to the streets, about the whole sex tape with Harriet Tubman. When are some things just inappropriate for comedians to kind of talk about? To me, there is no limit. Wait a minute. And this is why I am saying this, because comedy is when we give you the unexpected. I'm not saying that I necessarily liked it. You don't have to like it,
right?
But you don't have to necessarily be offended by it. With anything, if you don't like it, look away. Just like you have the right not to like it, we have the right to make it.
So if I want to say something really, really mean to the girls, I just need to become a comedian, and it makes it okay?
Yeah, if you're ready for an ass whooping. We didn't say there wouldn't be a reaction to it. We just said you have the right to say it. You can say anything you want to say. Right. I'm not going to stop you from saying it. It's like, no. To me, as African Americans, we are the one group because we're still trying to evolve to where we want to be. Right. That if we don't have any shows on television, we're marching and protesting. If we do have a show, but why the shows got to be about blah, blah, blah. You have to take baby steps before you run. So we're still in that process. To me, I like shows like Will and Grace, but I trust you. If we had two black men who were gay, a woman who was promiscuous, another one who was just, gold digging on her husband, well, why the black people got to be like that? Why she got to be, why they had to be gay? It's just entertainment, people. Loosen up.
Now, Myra J.
That's true.
I agree. You are a woman of a fabulous age, but comedy has been mainly dominated by men. So, like, how much have you dealt with the with sexism and ageism in comedy? How have you handled it?
The entire time. I started off doing comedy a long time ago. I was very good friends with Robin Harris. You know, I had a voiceover part in Bebe's Kids. And even then, because there were so few black women doing stand-up, many times I was the only female on the show. When I'm walking out, I see particularly my sisters, when the guys are up there, they're like, yeah. And here comes a woman. What she thinks she getting ready to do.
Make me laugh.
Yeah, so we had to deal with that. And then the other thing, because let's face it, guys like Young TNA, they just like us. So in the writer's room and other places, it's just a thing of like, okay, you funny, but damn, she cute. You know, so you're always having to prove yourself. It's like, just like black people have to prove themselves. As women, we have to prove ourselves. As women of a certain age, you have to prove yourself. As a black woman of a certain age, you triple times got to prove yourself.
So with that, did that make you gravitate towards being a writer?
Actually, no. I always loved to write, and the opportunity presented itself, and I needed to have my cable turned back on, so I took the job.
Right.
How does it feel still seeing your work on TV today? Because you're a part of the Martin Show. Like, how does that feel?
It is such
an honor because I was so young in the game at the time. I didn't realize what an opportunity it was. When I got on the Martin Show, it was the first season. They had 8 writers and 4 writers were black. And everybody in Hollywood was going, dang, y'all is the stuff. Because usually on a black show, you don't have 4 black writers. And I was shocked. They said, oh no, usually it's only 1 or 2. So I didn't know we were groundbreaking even then.
Wow.
And
That's awesome.
So now my little cousins and, you know, people just like, you were on the Martin Show. Dang, TT, you cool, Auntie, all right. You know, because otherwise I wasn't nothing to them.
So tell us, what is next for the Miss Fabulous Myra J?
Actually, because, you know, on Tom's show, he had deemed me as the poster child for single moms. And yes, I really was a single mom. And so I thought, wouldn't it be great to write a book to uplift other single moms? Because we get so many stories about, oh, it was terrible and it was a struggle. But this book, I want to get funny stories from other single moms. So that's what I'm writing a book about. If you're a single mom, you know a single mom, you can email me at Myra J, that's MYRAJ, at singlemoms with an S at gmail.com. Myra J singlemoms at gmail.com.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Be on the lookout for her new book. We know it's going to be very, very good, as she is. And you stay tuned for hashtags after this. Woo,
Ladies Night. There is so much happening in the world that it's hard to fit everything we want to talk about into in half an hour. So here are a few news items we didn't get to, but we still want to mention.
All right, first off, Beyonce's hair was long, and then it was short, and now it's long again. Hashtag, we still haven't seen her real hair, so who cares?
In Florida, kids can attend a new Hunger Games summer camp. 26 kids spend a few days training, then fight to the fake death. Hashtag, start saving for therapy now.
More Louisiana Republicans blame Obama for the poor response to Hurricane Katrina, then blame George Bush. Seriously. Hashtag, and we thought Florida was bad.
Thank you for watching Ladies Night TV. Please follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and make sure you use the hashtag Ladies Night TV. Watch more episodes on our website, www.ladiesnighttv.net. Thank you for watching. Keep it positive.